Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday to all of you. Thank you for joining me. I want to talk today about what we do about society and ending the anger and the rage. Here in the United States, we recently had an assassination attempt against former President Trump. There are all kinds of killings and wars going on worldwide. It is just filled with conflict. And what do we do? What can just average person do to start making a difference? A lot of us think, what can we do? It's just going on around us. Well, there's a lot we can do, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And thank you, everyone, for hopping on and joining me. So, before I get started, let me tell you who I am. I'm Celia Kibler. I am a family and relationship empowerment coach. I am the award winning author of Raising Happy Toddlers: How to Build Great Parenting Skills and Stop Yelling at Your Kids. It just won the Mom's Choice Award. This is a manual for all you people that wonder, why don't kids come with a manual? Well, now they do. And you can get it in English, you can get it in Spanish. It's available both ways. If you go to celiasbooks.com, you can order it direct from Amazon, as well as my children's books, all about me. Being different is fun, and I am grateful. So I'm a mom. I have 5 children. 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage, and I have 9 grandchildren. And I am all about helping. My mission is to help 10 million parents stop yelling at their kids. And because if we are parenting with anger and rage, we are creating a generational cycle of more anger and rage. Hi to all of you. Thank you for hopping on. So it is up to us to end this cycle. I mean, we can just keep continuing, and every generation gets worse and worse and worse. Or we can take action. Hi, Kush. I know I haven't been live for a couple weeks. Sorry about that. I've had grandkids here. It's been kind of chaotic, but happy to be back. Thank you for joining me. So, we're going to talk about 4 things that we can all start doing today to change this world. I mean, if we just let everything go as it is and we refuse to discuss it and we don't want to talk to anybody that disagrees with us, this world will get worse and worse and worse. And the children that we bring into the world, our children, our grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews, our siblings, all of those kids are going to live through a really worse world than they're living through right now. Kush, miss you too. Thank you for being on, all of you. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day, and we'll get back on track with all of this. So let's talk about the 4 things we can do. What can we do? What can one person do? One person can do a lot, because if one person chooses to be kind to another person, you just made that person smile. You just made that person's day. So, the first thing you can do is intention. Decide to be intentional about your day. Decide to approach other people with intention of kindness and smiles and happiness and fun. Think of how you are going to present yourself to the world. Are you going to be all negative and grouchy and all this, just focusing on what's bad? Or are you going to create a more positive world by being a more positive person and focusing on the good? Whatever you focus on grows. So, what are you going to be, negative or positive? Put it in the comments. And I'm hoping you all put down positive, because our positive energy is contagious. When you see someone else enjoying life and smiling, it encourages you to enjoy life and smile. Yes, positive, absolutely. But if you know a person and they always are negative, they're always bringing up the bad side of things, or they're always seeing the bad in things, it brings you down too. So it is up to us to approach each day with intention. What will this day be like? When you wake up in the morning, always be grateful that you wake up, because many people don't wake up, and decide, how am I approaching this day? Am I going to be rushing around? Am I going to be all stressed and chaotic? My kids are in the house. I'm going to be pushing them out the door. Or are we going to work together to create a good day, a positive day, a happy day, a day that will go the way we intentionally want it to go? So, number one is, what you can do is to be intentional. Cheers. I have a little tea, whatever you're drinking. I hope you're enjoying it. Okay. Number two, this is a big one. I always tell people, what is the secret to life? The secret to life is this: you can only control what you can control, nothing else. You have no control over what happens around you. You only have control over the way you respond, the way you act, and the way you treat other people. That is under your control. Others, the way they act, the way they treat other people, not under your control. So the secret to life is to remember that everything about you depends on you. It's under your control. It's like kids, my grandkids will say, "Gammon, I'm bored." And I will say to them, I said it this weekend to my granddaughter, "Who's making you bored?" And she said, "You are." And I said, "No, I'm not. You are making you bored." Because someone else could be sitting right next to you doing the same thing you're doing and be super excited about it. It is only under our power that makes us bored or excited. It is all under our control, the way we act, the way we respond. You want to take personal responsibility for your behavior. Do not blame, do not make excuses. I've heard people say, "My children make me yell." No one makes you yell. You make a conscious decision to yell. You're talking to someone about a serious topic and you don't want to discuss it anymore. You make that conscious decision. Somebody in politics or somebody talking about politics doesn't agree with you, and you're like, "I'm not your friend anymore." Really? You know what? We can learn from each other. Everybody has valuable and, to them, important reasons why they believe the way they believe. It may not be your reasons, but their reasons are valid to them. So listen, you may learn something. Be willing to talk about what's hard to talk about. Excuse me. Be willing to listen to someone else. By the way, I'm starting a new podcast called Common Grounds. And on this podcast, we're going to bring two people together that passionately feel a certain way about anything, any topic. Could be political, could be racial, could be ethnic, could be religious, could be eating, could be nutrition, could be anything. If you're passionate about a certain topic and you really want to discuss it with someone who's passionate about a contradictory topic, message me. You can be on the podcast. Have a conversation, learn what you don't know, because hatred, prejudice is a matter of ignorance, nothing else. When people find out that other people do have the similar beliefs, do have similar goals and needs, it connects people instead of tears people apart. You have to be intentional. You have to take personal responsibility, and you have to understand that you are under your control, not anyone else. But everything you do and the way you respond and act, your control. You decide to do it or not do it. What's number 3? So number 1 is we do things with intention. Number 2 is we take personal responsibility and control over ourselves. We stop blaming and making excuses. Number 3 is the way we parent. When we have children, we are raising an adult, not a child. They're already children. It's our job to raise a productive, self-reliant, happy, compassionate, hardworking grown-up. That's our job. They're already children. We must be the example. We must learn how to create respectful children without yelling and screaming at them. That doesn't create respectful kids. That's what I do. When I work with parents in private or in group coaching, I teach you how to raise respectful humans without the need to yell and hit and be aggressive. That doesn't do it. But there are many, many ways that you can create respect in your child so that they go into the world being respectful. So your parenting matters. And if you need help, reach out to me. It's what I'm here for. Number 4, education. Like I mentioned before, ignorance breeds prejudice, breeds hatred. The lack of knowledge can create people that don't want to listen to any other views, that don't want to hear someone else's, valid reasons for thinking the way they think, don't want to learn more about a topic. Education always makes us more intentional, always gives us more information. You should want to learn something new every day. You shouldn't just take a social post, that word for it. You should say, okay, that interests me. Let me find out more and form my own opinion. I want to learn about this culture. Let me go meet somebody and talk to them and find out more about what they believe and what they do. Teach your children to want more. Create an environment of education in your home. Work with schools. Don't just turn your kids over to a school. And speak of that, Thursday night, guys, at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, this Thursday, which is the 25th of July, I'm doing a masterclass on having a successful year at school this year. If you'd like to be a part of it, go to joinourclasses.com. Joinourclasses.com and sign up to be a part of this class. You want to have a successful school year? You're tired of battling your children? Join the class. It'll set you and your child up for success. That's what we want. We want them to love education. We want them to want to learn. We want them to have the brain power to learn. If you're putting your kids on screens all the time, you're ruining their brains. You're eliminating their brain power. You are causing them to have less of an ability to retain information. There are so many detrimental things to kids on their screens all the time. Needs to be under control. You need help, reach out. So these are the 4 things that we can do today to end all this anger and rage in the world. You can stop being angry and stop raging at your kids. You can start your day intentionally. This is a day, today I stop yelling. Today is the day I talk to my kids and I say, we're on the same team and we're not yelling at each other anymore. That's one thing you can do. Number 2, you can take personal responsibility. Stop blaming others for what you're doing. Stop making excuses. I can't do this because blah, 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 blah. Just do it. Take the first step. You have a goal, break it down into little pieces and take the first step of that goal. Your parenting should be intentional. Learn how to create a respectful human, a cooperative child, a child that listens, not obeys. We don't want kids to obey. Animals obey. Children cooperate. Do me a favor, if you do nothing else, remove the word obey from your vocabulary and replace it with cooperate. Children will want to cooperate. They want to listen. They want to make you proud. So learn all the ways you can learn to create that environment in your home. And lastly, make education a priority. Like I said, sign up for my masterclass Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Go to joinourclasses.com. It's the Smart Start Masterclass, all about creating a successful school year for you and your child. Catch it live on Zoom. There's no selling. We just have information and question and answer at the end. This is not like trying to get you to buy more. This is an informational masterclass so you know more and you can have a great year. Start doing these things and you'll start ending the generational cycle of anger and rage. I want you to put in the comments, this starts with me. Everybody that's on here listening, please put in the comments, this starts with me, because one person can make a difference. It's up to each of us to change the way of the world, to change it in our little community, our family, our churches, our schools, our community. And if you become intentional, you just might inspire the person next to you to also do the same. I hope this helps. Good job, Melly. I hope that, and Natty, thank you guys for writing it, because it does start with you. Can you imagine if everybody in the world decided this is the day we stop being angry and raging, and this is the day we get to know other people? And if you believe in this cause, that's why I created the Day of Calm Foundation. The International Day of Calm is on April 5th every year, but we are working all year round to create more calm, more personal responsibility, healthier parenting, healthier education. And if you agree and you want to make that be a worldwide effort, we happily accept your donations. Any dollar helps. Go to dayofcalm.org. Dayofcalm, CALM.org. Let's make the world a better place, one person at a time. We can do it. We have to do it. There is too much war, too much shooting, too much violence. If we don't do it, then who? So I thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to hang out with me. Next week, I'm on vacation, but after that, I'll be on more and more and more. And I'll try to get on at another day this week as well. Any questions, please let me know. Reach out here on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you're watching. And as always, I wish you days filled with peace, love, tons of laughter. It really is the best medicine. And I'll see you here next time in Pumped Up Parenting and around the web. Bye-bye, everyone.